All right, we'll take it a step further now. What we're going to do now is copy and paste, and I'm going to continue to use copy. You could use cut if you want, but I'm going to use copy instead. The actual placement on the clipboard makes no difference if you copy it or if you cut it. The only difference is the original gets deleted if you cut. So we will be copying from here forth. So now what we're going to talk about is copying and pasting from one view to the next. That's it, no more than just that. So watch what happens. We're going to switch a view and then paste it. So let's just say I'm in level 1. Now if I go to my south elevation, you can see I've got 8 different levels. Okay, and I've got my metric units and about 11 or 12 feet there. So there's my elevation. I've got some different levels. And in Revit, we have views, right? We have 3D views, we have elevation views, we have drafting views, we have sheet views, we have plan views, we have sectional views once we start creating sections. So we have all different view types. Look, you see? All these different view types. Okay? Even sheets are views, okay? Then we have our families and stuff, but you can copy and paste from one view to the next, but you just have to be careful what it is you're copying and pasting between the views, okay? And I'm not even talking about using these items. I'm just talking about Control C and Control V. So let's just try it in the simplest form. We go to level 1, and we say, you know what? I want this desk and this chair on a different level. So you go in here. Forget the dimensions, just grab the desk and the chair, Control C, copies it to the clipboard. Double click, go to a different view, Control V. Now when you go to paste it, the interesting thing is it shows you directly where it is, plumb. In other words, vertically, it shows you exactly where the original was. And for some reason, there's no way of accepting that. Okay, the way to do what I'm about to do here, if you want it to be in the same place, the answer is to go in here and say align to current view. Click, and that would put it in the same position in my new view. Okay, and I kind of went off topic there. So if I go Control V, because most people say, well, there it is right there exactly. How do I accept this? It's highlighted, and the fact is you can't. You actually cannot. So what you do is you have to pick, okay, in this case pick, and then once you pick, it actually is highlighted. So then you can go in, and because the desk is hosted by a floor, it's showing you the floor highlight there, then you can go and move it. And it's still trying to copy that floor up, and you can see the floor highlighted, but watch what happens. If I click out, the floor never really does get pasted, and the desk moves to be hosted to the level instead of the floor. Okay, on the main floor, the desk is being hosted by the floor object, and I didn't copy the floor up, so it's actually moved itself, believe it or not, from being hosted on the floor down here to being hosted by the level. It automatically moved itself down to the level. That's just a feature of what the furniture object does. Okay, back to here. So I can take text and click on here and say Control C, go to my other level and zoom in. Oh, level 3, double click and Control V. And as I place it, I can click and place it. I can then take it. Once it's placed, it always stays highlighted, so you can click on it and then go in and, manipulate it after the fact. So, and then you can go up to another level and say Control V on the keyboard, paste. Control V, paste. Switch to an elevation view. Right? Control V, paste a piece of text up there. Control V, paste text there. So you can switch to different views. I don't care what view you're in. Control V, paste. Switch a view, Control V, paste. Okay? Click by play, and then once it's pasted, you can click out, take it, do what you want, highlight it, etc., etc. Ceiling plan. Okay? So pasting from view to view. You can go from a floor plan to an elevational view we saw. But what happens if you do that with a model object? Okay, let's take this wall right here and go Control C. Copies it to a clipboard. Click out. Go to an elevational view. Zoom out. Okay, Control V, paste it. Paste, click, click out. You can paste a wall from a floor plan to an elevational view. And then after you pick on the wall, you can see where it just took on these properties. So you can go in and change these to be 0 and it'll fix those up and off you go, more or less, editing that. So you can paste a wall from a plan view or copy it from a plan view and paste it to an elevational view. What happens if we go to a 3D view? Control V, paste. Click. Well, where did it go? Oh, okay. It's because my work plane is currently down at my first floor. Cancel. Okay, if you go home and you hit your work plane viewer, click in here, you can see it's showing me where my work plane is. It's also showing me only the objects that are associated to that level. That's my new viewer. So when I pasted that wall, it automatically put it on my work plane, which was down there. Right? Control V. Even though I might look like it's up in the sky, when I place it like that, it's just sitting on the floor down over there. So you can copy from a plan view or anything, and you can paste in a 3D view. You can paste it in an elevational view. Okay, different combinations inside of there. Back to here. Okay, so anytime you want, grid lines and level lines are tricky. I wouldn't copy and paste those. I would just draw a new one or use a regular copy command. Okay, so we saw copying from within the same view, not a problem. Copying and pasting, now you can go copy and paste from one view type to the next. You can go in here and say Control C, copies that to the clipboard. Control V, go up here, click, place on there. It's going to snap right to it. Up you go. You can grab this door, Control C, click out, Control V, place a door somewhere else. Right? Click out. So within the same view, copy and paste from view to view. Okay, and then we're going to see it get really speeded up when we start to go into here and we start to paste to multiple levels, multiple views. Okay, some really interesting stuff in there. So that's a little bit on copying and pasting from view to view. Once again, be careful with what you're copying. Sometimes, as I said, it's easier to copy all of the model objects than go back and after you've pasted them and copy the annotation objects and then paste them. You'll find you'll have better luck if when you copy and paste from view to view, you stick with all model objects first and then go back and then copy and paste the annotation objects. Just a personal tip of mine. You may find a strategy in there somewhere that works for you. So copy and paste from view to view.